Hi, Kara.
Hi.
Yay! This is your debut on the That's What She Said.
I've been on here before, right? But I'm just back. It's been a while.
Yeah, and we are so happy to see you. Yippee!
Thank you. I'm excited to be back.
Well, happy Friday. I'm exchanging the D for a Y because I was just on a phone with a client and I was saying that the weeks during this COVID time either feel really short or really long. It's bizarro. But
what was it this week? Really long or short?
It has felt like the longest week of my life.
Yeah.
I just can't even. It's been, yeah. Anywho, but we get to spend the next 15 minutes with one of our favorite people. And so do you want to give a little briefing about Carissa, or would you like me to?
You can go for it. You're better with the words.
So we are so excited to have Carissa Warfield on our cast today. She is a professional photographer, a good friend, and an amazing person who also happens to be incredibly compassionate about the environment and the world that we live in. So we just love Carissa for so many different reasons. I personally have used her as my photographer for so many things, for headshots before, for family photos, for events, everything. And we're just so excited to have her on the show. So let's go ahead and bring on Carissa. Here we go. Carissa, are you there?
That's my pandemic panda. That's my humor.
Oh, that's so cute.
Corona at this point. It's so silly.
Oh my gosh.
I had to do
Is it can you wear that as your COVID mask? Is it protective as well, like protective gear?
It is actually over. Well, there is a hole in the mouth part, but I've actually put a mask on and worn it. So I've worn it I've gone to a friend's birthday. It was one of those, outdoor things, and there's 15 people there, but walking in with that on your face, everyone's like, who is that? And what is that?
Oh my gosh, I think it's amazing. I love it. That was awesome. Well, welcome to our live catch, and thanks for squeezing us in. I know that you're going to be taking a nice little vacation here shortly, so we're glad to be able to catch up with you first. So we know what you do, Carissa, but why don't you share with all of our viewers who you are and what you do?
Well, hi, everyone. I am a local photographer here. Actually, January marks my 20 years of photographing professionally here in Sarasota, which is crazy.
Wow.
I'm so excited. For the first 15 years, I did it really just kind of part-time, and I had another real job that was steady income, and thank goodness, and I ran a business and loved it. Worked for someone else, and my mother actually, and ran her business, and she was so successful. It was great to be a part of her team, and I got to do photography for sunsets and weekends, and so I really always just did it as a side gig for so long. And then 5 years ago, my mom retired, and I was like, okay, here goes. I'm doing this full time. I've got this, and been going well ever since. COVID's been crazy, but, along with everyone else, staying alive somehow. And, for a couple of months, thank goodness for that stimulus check, helped pay the bills for a couple of months, and or for a month. And and I'm just so grateful. I've got lots of clients and returning clients, and I'm meeting new people all the time as well. And it's been a great journey for sure.
Awesome. What's your favorite part about being a photographer?
I think really it's all about capturing those precious moments of time. I know it sounds so cheesy, but kids grow up so fast, and grandparents, pass away, and people move, and if you don't get those pictures in that moment, then that time is gone. And so I really love being able to get some of those photos that families can have forever, of them, rather than, everyone's got a cool new camera on their phone these days and can take pretty damn good pictures with them. As long as they know, learn how to use the phone camera, which, isn't too complicated, which is cool. I've actually started teaching people how to use their phone better, to take better pictures, when I'm not around. But, the selfie you can only do so well. And it's nice to to actually have someone else take your picture and to be in the photos. I tend to take everyone else's pictures and I'm not in them all the time. But I'm okay with that. I'm a little camera shy. So ironically, so I actually know how people feel when they feel uncomfortable in front of the camera. I really try to, empathize with them and really just make them laugh and just kind of, talk to each other and embrace the environment that they're in and really just be themselves and relax and to not worry about posing perfectly. And, because that's my job, is to kind of help move around to get the right angles and help make you feel good.
Well, that's something to add to that is Carissa has taken our family photos, which as 4 kids, you can imagine. And one of my favorite photos is where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't even believe how crazy these kids are. And they're like hugging my legs. And it was just such a cute photo that she captured in that minute that wasn't like very posed or whatever, but it was like the perfect description of my family or my life in a nutshell. Like I just love that photo.
Oh, good. I'm good. I'm really trying to get clients to do that more and more, is to just not even look at me, look at each other.
Yeah.
That's where the real smiles come out. That's when the interaction, is just genuine. And those are the pictures everyone loves the most, for sure.
So then thinking of family photos, sorry, Jamie.
Go ahead.
I always am trying to think of like unique or different places around Sarasota. I know a lot of people do the wild flowers in Mayaka. Like, what are some of your favorite local places to take photos?
Well, and those wildflowers literally only bloom for 1 month out of the year. So they are incredible. I just love, I love photographing out there, but it's only in May. So if you miss that window, you're SOL. So there are, so many beautiful places around town. I love Philippi Creek Park is just gorgeous. There's some beautiful old oaks there. Even, Selby Gardens is gorgeous. You just have to go when they're open. And actually, they charge a fee to have a professional photographer take your picture there, which is kind of frustrating. Some of the bigger places like Ringling and Selby do charge an extra fee to have a professional take your photos. But there's gorgeous places that don't, like New College, where we did your family picture right next door, and then you can get pictures of the Catazan in the background, and the architecture there is gorgeous. It's on the water. Of course, Siesta and Lido Key and Longbow Key are just, epic. We live in paradise.
Unless it's mosquito season.
Yeah, don't go to Everson Point, though. There's lots of bugs there. We don't go there anymore.
Although we got a good picture. So that is the picture. Yeah, we got great. You would never know we were eaten alive, but yeah.
Yeah, but even people that are willing to be a little bit unique, like going to the Burns Court area, the architecture
I love that area.
are super cool. And so, there's so many places around Sarasota that are just awesome. I mean, Bayfront Park is like a standard, like where I don't know where to go, but I want something in the middle of Sarasota. Like, it's got the bridge in the background, you've got a kissing statue if you want that. You've got, this really cool trees everywhere and the water. And my cat is totally jumping in on the
Speaking of your cat jumping in front of the camera, Carissa, what has been like your funniest moment or something that's happened when taking a picture that has just, doing a photo shoot that just had you in stitches? Like, I mean, the cat, that was like a perfect segue.
Yeah. Gosh, funniest moment. I wish I would have thought ahead on this one. I think, my most embarrassing moment, I was actually photographing a Christmas party up in St. Pete for a client of mine, and they had this beautiful home on the water, on the bay, and she has this like infinity pool. And I don't, if you've ever been to one of those, the infinity goes into like this trough that's lower than the rest of the pool. Well, I'm like on the edge, getting the reflection of the Christmas tree in the pool, like all the parties happening inside, all the lights are beautiful. And I'm like, if I just move one step closer, and totally went in the little catch pool. But thank goodness, like I went down and my camera is around my neck, but I like held it up high and saved the camera. So
Oh my God.
I was
Oh my
soaking
God.
wet, you know. So that was, and I was kind of by myself because everyone's in the party, you know. So that was hilarious to kind of talk to the client at the end of the night, and you know that was actually the last shot I did because it was really the end of the night, anyways. And but soaking wet, and I was just like, well, this was a lot of fun. Merry Christmas. Just top of mind, that's like one of the most embarrassing moments for sure. I'm just grateful my camera didn't go underwater with me.
Oh my God.
That would have been
Oh my God. That's so funny. And you've also done, I mean, so you don't only just do family photos, but you've done pictures, landscaping. You've done some photos for us at our events. So I know you are our photographer for our events as well as for When She Happens. So you can pretty much do anything.
Well, some. I think, you know, food is not my forte. I'm not a food photographer. I've got a few friends that are in town and they're incredible at it. I just love people. And I mean, nature and wildlife is my passion. It's my heart. I will always kind of do that on the side. And I've sold some prints and taken some great, you know, photos like that. But it's more
sunset one you took was me or sunrise.
The other day,
gorgeous.
yeah, that was fun. Yeah, and I just, you know, gosh, certain times of day, it's like the lighting is just epic, and I can't help myself. I'm like, stop whatever I'm doing, I gotta take a picture. But yeah, you know, people are just my favorite. Weddings are super fun for me. I've done those for, you know, gosh, my first wedding was 2001, I think, and I was a nervous wreck, and it was like my friend's sister that was getting married. It was a small beach wedding, and I was so grateful that he, you know, asked me to do that. And ever since, I've just, because the day is such all about love and family and being together and just this beautiful setting, and they do all this preparation for everything to be, you know, perfect, and it's never quite exactly perfect, but I love that going with the flow. That energy that's with a wedding is just, you know, amazing. Same with the event, like fundraising events. Like I just, you know, the people that are there really care about the cause and are passionate about being there and having fun. And, you know, that's just contagious. I love that. I love interacting and getting to capture some of those moments for everybody.
It must have been really hard for you to decide who would photograph your own wedding, because obviously you had to be in those pictures.
Yes, I know. That was so weird. I was like, I don't even know what to do. And I have so many friends that are great photographers, some of which I wanted to be at the wedding as guests. And, you know, and I think too, you know, price has a lot to do with it. I didn't want to go crazy. I mean, I'm not trying to dog anyone, but some wedding photographers charge an insane amount of money. And I've always been about doing it in a reasonable price, so that, because, you know, it is a lot of time. It's usually about 8 hours of shooting, and then it's about almost 2 months of editing. It's a lot of work. I've got one that I photographed here behind me on my screen just recently at the Ringling Museum. And, you know, it was such a beautiful day. Now with COVID, the restrictions, they actually have created like a smaller package so people can do just like a half-hour little ceremony with like 15 people. And it's actually only $500 to do a wedding there versus
that's crazy.
It's normally 10,000.
Yeah, that's a
beautiful wedding there.
So, I might get married again just for that.
I know. Same thing.
Right? I mean, just for the, I think if you, so you get like a half hour for like $500 to do your wedding. But then if you want to do the photography package, it's like 2 hours for $200 a fee to pay them, which, you know, is incredible. Yeah, it's totally worth it. So I've actually been booked for a couple. This is one, and then the hurricane came last week, and that was supposed to be another wedding that day. So we've actually rescheduled it to next week. So I'm really excited because, of course, you know, Ringling is just epic, beautiful, and, you know, it's hard to take a bad picture there. So
that's amazing. Well, we're at our 15 minutes. Doesn't that go by fast?
I talk so much. I'm sorry.
No, you're great. Before we even end, so you actually have a special promotion for anyone that's watching. So let us know what that is.
Yeah, or even really anyone in our group is I totally would extend it to everyone in the group. It's just a $20 off your photo session. I'm doing a half-hour session for $200, or a 1-hour session with more than 5 people for $300. So I don't charge per person. I don't charge like, here you only get 5 pictures. I do it like, here's a flat rate. You get all the edited images. You're welcome to download, save, print any of those. Because what am I the whole getting 5 images doesn't make sense to me, because it's like, what am I gonna do with all your images? It's like, they're for you. So
you can sell my prints if you really want to.
I was just thinking you'd find for birth control, but whatever.
Well, I might use some of your pictures in my ads, which I don't do very many ads, but sharing photos, that's the only really, word of mouth is really how I get business. So I am really grateful for you guys and your support in this group. It's fun to get together with so many strong women that support each other and, really are independently, doing their thing and kicking butt. And so I really am grateful to be a part of this. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you. You have Stephanie Brown said hello, and so did Rachel. Hi, Stephanie and Rachel. Good to see you guys.
Hi.
Carissa, we so appreciate you. Thank you very much. We will continue to use you, obviously, for our families, and hopefully you'll get some more connections out of this as well, too. So thank you. Go ahead and stay on for a little bit. We'll meet you back in the green room afterwards. But thank you very much.
Thanks, ladies.
And we'll see you here in a minute.
Thanks.
So, Kara, you survived your first That's What She Said. There you go. Everyone, we so appreciate you and enjoy you. We actually, let me just look at the calendar. So our next one is going to be on December 11th with Crystal Fireheart Cubist. Super excited. We are actually skipping next week, December, is that next week, December 4th? After Thanksgiving? No, that can't be right. Oh, no, actually, we will have a December 4th. Just don't know who it is yet. We'll let you know. We're trying to finalize that. Thank you for watching today. Kara, any last final words?
No.
All right. Until next time, That's What She Said. We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks.